Musa had waited for years, for kindness, for luck, for a single moment of breakthrough. And just when it arrived, when the crowd was cheering his name and 3 million naira was finally his, he bowed his head to pray, and never rose again. This is the heartbreaking story of a man who gave everything, yet received his blessing only when it was too late. Musa was once a man who had it all. A wife he adored, and children whose laughter filled his house. But one rainy night on the Kaduna-Abuja road, everything changed. An accident took them all at once, leaving him alive with nothing but a long scar across his forehead. People urged him to remarry, to start again. He only shook his head and said softly, "Once is enough." He left Kano for Lagos with a small bag and a heavy heart. But Lagos was not kind. He lived in one-room apartments in Ajigunle, in Ajij, sometimes Mushin, wherever the rent was cheap. He worked any job that came his way, carrying loads at Oshodi Market, helping traders pack their goods, sweeping shops before opening hours. Yet in all of this, Musa was generous. If he had 100 naira, he would give you 50. If you knocked on his door for food, he would divide his plate and eat the smaller portion. People said, one day, life will repay this man. And he would only smile, adjusting his simple old kaftan, saying nothing. Then one hot afternoon, life seemed to remember him. A wealthy businessman came to Oshodi Market with cameras and microphones, announcing he wanted to bless random people. He said he would pick a trader, a load carrier, an alabaru, or even a passerby, and change their lives. The market went wild. Everyone gathered. Everyone wanted to be chosen. Musa stood at the back, silent, wiping sweat from his forehead with the edge of his kaftan. He did not push. He only watched. Then the man's hand swept across the crowd and stopped. "You," he said, pointing straight at him. Musa looked around, certain it wasn't him. But the man repeated, "Yes, you. Step forward." The crowd erupted with claps and shouts. For once, the universe had called his name. By evening, the whole street was buzzing. "Musa Don win," they shouted. He had been announced as one of the winners and was asked to come for the money the next day at the man's office in Ikoyi. Some people hugged him. Others shook his hand. That evening, he even bought food for friends and promised new school uniforms for some boys on the street. 3 million naira. He couldn't believe it. It felt like a dream. For the first time in years, his face softened. He looked like a man finally stepping into his season. But life has a way of mocking people. Later that evening, while praying, Musa slumped and died. Everywhere scattered with screams. People shouting his name as though he could still answer. They laid him in the soil, wrapped in white. The sand hit hard, each sound heavier than the last. One woman sat on the floor, rocking back and forth, whispering, "This man too good. He no suppose die like this." But Lagos moved on. Danfos honked again. Traders returned to their shops. Life continued, careless as ever. Musa, who gave to everyone, died with nothing. His breakthrough came, but it came too late. And no one understands how life works. It is the cruelest thing to die the very moment life finally remembers your name.